Hey, yo, what's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. So, today on this episode of God Conversations, today I wanted to touch on the seven dimensions between the earth and the light. I'm going to try to break it down more simpler forms. I'm going to be touching on things including in the afterlife. Um, the different levels, what is the highest goal, um, what happens when you go to the other side, and depending on how you lived your life, where you it's not exact science on where you end up, but this is kind of like a crash course or something about how everything works. How are you, whoever that is? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. So let me get started. So when it comes to the afterlife, well, when it comes to leaving or transitioning from Earth to the afterlife, there are, Earth included, seven dimensions from Earth to the light. Now, the light is the ultimate goal. The way that I was taught by God to count it is almost from low to the highest. I would think that one would be the highest, but no, is just like if you count numbers, so seven would be the highest. That would be consistent with the light with heaven. So anyway, so the earth counts as the first dimension because I don't know if you ever heard of it. Like, you know how people that are spiritual say the lower vibration or something like that. So like they'll be like, oh, lower vibrational people, I don't have it, like stuff like that. That is the earth. The earth is the lowest vibration because, and some people in my spirituality, they actually consider earth to be the version of hell. That's what they consider. I'm not saying that that's true in my belief system because it's you have to answer for what you do on this earth. So I don't believe earth is hell, but it's the lowest vibrational stage. But you'll understand in a second when I start breaking it down. So from earth, that is the first dimension. Then the second dimension, if you're transitioning from the earth to the afterlife, we're going to say the second dimension is what would be equivalent to people, I guess, that are into Christianity, which would be like the equivalency of hell, what most people call hell. So the second dimension is where you go when you really didn't give a crap when you was on this earth and you was showing your natural ass and doing whatever you want, like no regard for people's lives, like say you was a KILLER or things of that nature that are sinister and had no regard for life or human life, yours, anybody's. um or say you was a serial KILA, like all that type of stuff. That would be where you would go as the second dimension because you got to pay for that. And the crazy thing is, the second dimension is um everybody that's just like you. If you were sinister in that way, everybody is a mirror reflection of you. So it's like almost like all of these self-destructive people or spirits that are on this level that are almost confound to this level, or stuck at this level, and you drive each other crazy and do the same things that you was doing on earth to each other. It's like a living hell for somebody that's like that, you know. So now you got to face people that are just like you. So that would be like the second dimension. The third dimension is like a step up from that absolute mayhem, absolute like KILL or BKILLED type of mentality. It's another step up from that. So the third dimension would be like just a step up from that. It's still not where you could feel safe yet. It's just a step up from that. So you still are in constant turmoil trying to and the thing is, God is very lenient God. So because you might have done these things, if you are truly sorry and you are truly trying to make amends, there's always room for advancement. It's not just like you just confined here forever. It's when your heart changes from being in that state of mind to trying to improve yourself. And how you improve is to help people that are in the same predicament of you, or the people that you hurt. People are in that type of predicament. You help them, um, and you help them to advance. And doing that, you're advancing yourself. It's a long process when you messed up royally like that to be in the quote unquote hell level, but there is redemption. You do have a chance to work your way up. So, um, the fourth level, from what I understand, is the level where you can finally breathe. Like, it's not necessarily um a good thing, but it's not as chaotic and crazy as the second level and the third level. So you can finally breathe. You don't feel like you gotta look over your shoulder every 5 seconds, but you still want to elevate. The main goal is to elevate to the seventh level, which is consistent with heaven. So I'm not really sure exactly what the fifth level consists of. So I'll just say it's a step up from the fourth level. The sixth level is the next level that is under the light. But a lot of the times when people are, I guess I should say, lost, or uh, like confused on where to go, a lot of times they can become stuck there, and they need somebody to help them cross over into the light. It's not because they were bad. It's not because they don't deserve to be in the light. It's just because they're confused on which way to go. Like, and usually, depending on how you lived on earth, is depending on where you end up in the afterlife. Um, so, like, say for instance, it's a person that is good, that really should be in the light, but they don't understand that. So they are almost like stuck where they are because they're just confused by this whole journey of being transitioned. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so the seventh level and the final level and the ultimate goal and the ultimate uh amazingness is what would be consistent with heaven. Um, it's also known as the light to others. But this is the ultimate goal. This is everybody's ultimate goal. This is even the people that have messed up and have worked their way up. This is their ultimate goal. When you're there, I call them angels, but that's not necessarily who they are. Like, I feel like the angels and the ancestors are one and the same. So, hey, E, how are you, boo? I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you. But anyway, so the seventh level is consistent with the heavens. And a lot of people are just automatically um put in the heavens, especially if your life was snatched away from you and you are an innocent victim of something at the hands of people that would be in a level two. Like that is, oh, all right, I thought I seen something. But anyway, um that is a very confusing state, because you just were on earth and then you just end up right there. But it's an amazing place to be. If you were sick and going through the changes of exiting the earth and going into the afterlife, I wish somebody get themselves together outside. I'm just getting hurt by this noise. But anyway, so if you were in the action of exiting the earth, what was I saying? They didn't made me forget what I'm saying. Wait, wait, wait. If you were in the, I don't know what was my ending point about that, but so yeah, if you were like sick and exiting this earth, say you had an illness, or say you were something was inhabiting you and um almost pulling life away from you. When you transition, 9 times out of 10, you end up in the light. That is your struggle that makes you automatically eligible for the light. You automatically go to the light. Um, what else should I say about God conversations about? Oh, so with the afterlife as well, right? So what I find, right? So it's a lot of people in the light. A lot of people have elevated and worked their way to the light. Also, you can choose to be reborn. So this is all up to you. You can choose to be, well, not just up to you, it's up to God too, because a lot of people could come to the afterlife and feel like, but you only could be reborn from the light. So, um, but a lot of people come to the afterlife and choose to be reborn. But if you're not ready mentally, spiritually, and everything, God will like kind of put you on a halt, until God feels that you are uh, totally ready to go back into the world, almost like strengthened enough, because a lot of the times we leave the earth in a traumatic type of way. A lot of the times that's what happens. It's very rare when people just leave the earth from natural causes. Usually it's some traumatic event, some illness, something that has traumatized you very bad. So, you know, and especially in cases of people that came to earth to fight for something, like for instance, like a Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He might not never be ready to be reborn. Do you know the type of stuff he'd been through? All he was doing was fighting for his people's rights, and he was assassinated, hunted, harassed, treated evilly by the GOV, by the FBI. I don't know if I can say FBI, but by them, by the CIA, like Malcolm X, a person like that. They might not ever be ready to come back because of the turmoil that they've been through at the hands of the country that's supposed to be um, people that they're supposed to be their home, actually. People like Muhammad Ali as well, because Muhammad Ali was mistreated very badly. He is one of my uh, really big heroes because he took a stand for something and he lost everything he had at the hands of the people that is supposed to be a safe place to be, his own country. He lost everything at the hands of his own country because he refused to serve in the Vietnam War. And he said his reasoning was, they're not the people that treat me less than, and I'm not going to get in that war when I'm not even respected as a man at home. And I love that. Like, I love people like that. So anyway, just using them as a short example, um, people that have left here in that type of way, sometimes you never, well, I'm not gonna say never already, but it is ultimately their decision and God's decision in unison. So, they might not never want to come back. They might choose to stay in the heavens and help people from that angle instead of going back into the earth. You never know, but for a person like Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he's never been ready yet. And a person like Malcolm X, the Honorable Malcolm X, he has not chosen to be reborn yet because there's a lot that comes with that. It's a lot. It's just, when a person has been through so much turmoil on earth, it's just hard for them to agree to go back and jump head first into this type of thing again. So, um, what else? If anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to put them in the chat or hit the link or whatever you want to do. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. So, also with the afterlife, when it comes to the light and stuff like that, a lot of the times in the afterlife, people are sectioned off according to how they left this earth, if that makes sense to you. I'm gonna try to use an example in a minute. Also, like your profession or what you did when you were here, kind of like lumped into that type of category. It's like certain things that bond people, and those people that are connected by something similar, like how you lived here, your profession, or how you left here, they serve as a guide for the newer people that are coming into or transitioning into the afterlife. They're just showing them the ropes, helping them cope with uh coming from one place like Earth to um the afterlife, like things like that. And what I mean by that is, so I used to be into a lot of things that is more than just my own spiritual gifts, that clue me into the afterlife or clue me into the other side with my ancestors or with anybody's ancestors, with spirits. So I used to be into more different ways to connect in that way. And so a lot of the times when I talk to like the kids on the spirit boxes, I used to do that. So when I used to talk to the kids on the spirit boxes, it will be all kids that are going through the same thing. For instance, Summer left here at the hands of her parents, allegedly. I'm saying allegedly just to be legally safe, but it's not allegedly. But I'm just gonna say allegedly. But like for instance, she left here at the hands of her parents allegedly, and then like she would be with Harmony, who left here at the hands of one of her parents, and they would be with Sincere and Classic, who left here at the hands of their parents. Like, I don't have to say allegedly for them because they all been convicted. So, you know what I mean? So I don't have to say allegedly for them. But like they would all bond together, and the people that have been there before them serve as their guides to help them cope and help them transition. And then they have older people that are there to take care of them as if they are their parents and to give them the love that these babies never received. And the babies often help each other cope with these situations. So if that make any sense. But also if you like having to be in the same type of profession, like for instance. All right. So just even though it's not necessarily a profession, like if the Black Panthers, because a lot of them are on the other side, because this country eliminated them, assassinated them in a public fashion. There's been no repercussions for just publicly assassinating them just because you felt like doing it. But these are the perfect examples of like so say for instance the Black Panthers. I'm talking about the group Power to the People, those people. So the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. So say if a Black Panther uh transition, I was having this conversation this morning too. But say for instance the a Black Panther transition to the other side, it will be an elder Black Panther or some type of revolutionary of some sort that would help them cope with the transition from Earth to the afterlife. And they would like teach them the ropes, help them cope, help them with anything or any concerns that they have. It's also based on um like your profession, or if say it was rappers, because it's a lot of rappers on the other side, so they would help each other. The people that have been there before them, as they are making their transition to the light, or as they are elevating to the light, they still have guides to help them get there, or to help them um, just move around in the heavens. Um, just teaching them everything that they don't know yet, teaching them, making them aware of their powers. Everybody that goes to the afterlife, they have powers like all knowing powers like God, the most high. So like God knows all. When you transition to the afterlife, well, particularly the light, I don't know if it's everybody from every level. I really don't know that. But I know in the light, if you transition to the afterlife and you are in the light slash heaven, you automatically have the all-knowing power of God, like how God knows everything. It's just in a quick speed of light second or millisecond. Um, they just know things that um they just know things. So they know everything. They know what we're gonna do. Let's say a year ahead of time before we're gonna do it. Like we're sitting up here contemplating whether we're gonna do this or do that. They already see it already happening, like what we're gonna do when we haven't even thought of it yet. it's really interesting. Like these type of conversations and things intrigue me. So I just like to talk about things like that. Is there anything else that I should touch on when it comes to the afterlife? Uh, I touched on everything. Yep. Okay. So, and I think this might be it for the afterlife conversation. But I just wanted to kind of make things understandable in a simpler fashion. And just like we have seven dimensions, we have seven chakras. It almost is the same type of information if you understand it the same way. And that's the same way you count up. Like heaven is dimension number seven, and I would have thought it was dimension number one, but it's dimension number seven. Like that's the way God prefers us to count it up. Is dimension number seven, just like the chakra. The seventh chakra is the elevated chakra, the universal consciousness chakra. Like so, it's really interesting, especially and even like the root is like the equivalency of earth, like grounding. Like what I'm saying? It's really interesting, but it's a lot of things that is seven levels of, but the chakras is just the first one that actually came to mind when talking about this. So, um, I hope I have made it understandable when it comes to this type of thing. If anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments. I appreciate it. Anybody who's popped by and stopped by and listened to what I had to say. I'm not saying what I say is law. I'm just trying to educate you from how God has educated me on this. Um, oh, wait a minute. No, I forgot something. So, also, um, in the afterlife, you have everyone has ancestors who are already there. And some ancestry goes back as far as like your great grandmother's great grandmother and great grandfather. Like, I mean, there are generations upon generations of your ancestors, some that you never even heard of. That's how far it goes back. Um, you have ancestors upon ancestors who are actually rooting for you. They are like your personal cheer team, your personal push throughers, if that makes sense. They are here to help guide, they are in the afterlife to help guide you in the right directions, to help you make the right decisions in the success of your life, whatever your passion and the thing that drives you, the thing that you really want in this world. And we're not talking about no simple 9 to 5. Whatever is the thing that is your true passion, if you could do nothing else but this, that thing, they are there to guide you and direct you and make things happen and push blocks out of your way for you to get to your true destiny and walk your true path. And that's what your ancestors are there for. And they watch over you every day. They all gather around you. I don't know if you ever felt them, but they are always there. They gather around you and wish the best for you. And this is how it is. And so I just wanted to provide that little bit of wisdom. And I hope that I have made things clear for you. If I haven't, you're more than welcome to drop your questions in my comments, and I will get back to you. Um, if you need any more information on this type of subject, you're more than welcome to email me or whatever. We can continue this conversation in some other fashion. But thank you for the people that have popped by. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your contribution, and I appreciate your support. Thank you. I appreciate. I think I already said I appreciate everybody who came through. But if you wish to contribute to this platform, or support the platform, you're more than welcome to. You see the Cash App scrolling across the bottom. Uh, Also, if you wish to contact me, my email is listed in the description box. So that will be it for today. I I think that's all. I think that's it, and that's all. Thank you for everyone who joined me. I love you. Mwah. Peace.